Hello, it's Melissa, Mother Lover for Life, 100%, coming to you from my apartment today. I'm going to do the Sacred Path and the cards again today, and I'm going to do the cornstalk spread. Corn has been a daily staple of our people for hundreds of years. We believe that corn pollen is sacred and that we are fed by the fertile earth whose gift is our corn. A wise man once said, if the philosophy did not grow corn, that it had no value. Corn is the symbol of goodness, abundance, fertility to our people, and these are the things that feed us daily. We may feed the body, the mind, the heart, and the spirit if we seek beauty in our daily lives. For it is the beauty of living in balance that grows corn. The cornstalk spread is a way to receive the life manna that comes from sacred corn pollen. It is a gentle daily reminder of the beauty that can be experienced if you're open to it, and I am open to the experiencing beauty in my life. So this is a 4-card spread that is starting with the root card, which denotes the beauty that can be experienced today if I connect to the Earth Mother. And this card can speak about the root of the problem if you're in turmoil about some life situations. The root card can also allow you to see the resources available through connecting to the Earth Mother. So I'm seeking beauty in my life today and balance, and I get that through reconnecting to Earth Mother and trying to have healthy, balanced relationships in my life. I'm still struggling with that because a lot of people that are in my life aren't completely balanced, and I'm learning boundaries and how to select healthy boundaries and healthy people to share my life with. And that's something that I guess is new to me. So I'm learning how to keep balance and keep healthy boundaries. That way I can grow healthy new relationships in my life that I want, rather than the relationships that I've had in the past that, were not healthy. And first of all, I have to have a healthy relationship with myself. So this is a way to grow myself spiritually, and these sacred path cards have been a beneficial tool for me to stay focused on something good and what I want to allow to grow in my life. And I know that takes fertile soil to plant those seeds in, and if I am not in a nurturing, loving and environment while nurturing and loving myself, that I'm not going to have a good growth of whatever it is that I'm trying to grow, which is goodness, abundance, joy, peace, serenity, security, happiness, freedom within myself. Um, you know, we all fall into those unhealthy behavioral patterns, and I'm just trying to be more mindful and aware of mine and try to correct them when I notice them rearing their ugly heads. So I'm trying to be mindful of that today. I hope all of you have gotten out in nature. It's been a beautiful day outside today. I'm getting started a little bit later today than I'd like to. But I'm going to do this anyway. And I think it's about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Some things came up that I didn't plan on, and I took care of those issues, and now I'm taking care of me. So usually I like to do this in the morning so that I get my morning started out, the way I like to do it, but not everything goes my way sometimes. So I'm going to go ahead and do this anyway. Even though it's getting later in the day, it's still going to have me focus on something positive for the rest of the afternoon and evening. So hopefully I can be in a healthy mindset mentally, emotionally, and spiritually to have a good evening, and have a peaceful heart and a peaceful mind, So the root card can allow you to see the resources available through connecting to Earth Mother. So I'm going to do these cards, probably go up and upload my video and spend some time out in nature and having time with Mother Nature and the peace and quiet. And that always tends to, calm my soul. So I'm going to draw 4 cards, and we will see what Great Mystery and Great Spirit have to share with us today. I release any negativity, self-doubt, self-sabotage, so that I can continue growing goodness, abundance, and happiness and joy in my life. I release any stress and transmute that through the white light of the Holy Spirit, where it can no longer cause me difficulties. I ask the angels and ascended masters come into this reading, and the ancestors, and help me be a guiding light in the difficult times in this world right now, within myself and in others, and that I can be a guiding of strength and peace, and walking a sacred path, while trying to balance the stresses of everyday life. Thank you. So I'm going to fan these cards out in front of me, and I'll select 4 cards, and we'll see what our lesson is for today. I hope all of you are focusing on something positive today, and while being mindful of the negative things that are going on in your life, and choosing to grow what's going well in your life, instead of allowing the negativity and difficulties to be the primary focus in your life. That's what I'm trying to do, and it does seem to be helping help me stay on the sacred path, even when I am still imperfect. One of these, I keep telling myself I'll be perfect tomorrow, but that's probably not going to happen. So, sometimes I take myself too seriously. That's when I just have to breathe deeply and go take a walk in nature. Okay, so the first card denotes the beauty that can be experienced today by connecting to Earth Mother, or the root of the problem. So we're going to draw 4 cards. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So the first card is Vision Quest, Seeking and Finding. And that's number 3, which 3 is a sacred number to me, the body, the mind, and the spirit. And I feel like I have been on a vision quest within myself, seeking the true me, and trying to find the true me without letting the outside world determine who I am. So, number 3, let's see here. I've been trying to live myself from the inside out. Excuse me. High upon sacred mountain with unrestricted view, the clarity of vision comes to us anew. Direction with purpose, great mystery will bring strong medicine allies to grace our medicine dreams. The Vision Quest is one of the oldest tools used by tribal people to seek direction for life. Under the guidance of a medicine person, the seeker is sent to a remote location to fast and pray for 3 to 4 days. The result of this activity, which is called Going on the Hill by the Sioux, is a fuller understanding of your place or pathway in the world. Great Mystery gives the sacred medicine helpers permission to come in vision form to the person who is vision questing. The spirit of the animal, tree, stone, moon, stars, or ancestor who appears will be an ally or guide during that seeker's earth walk and will protect the person's sacred path. The Vision Quest card speaks of a time of new directions or strengthening of the present path based on personal truth. Sometimes to find the truth, it is necessary to enter the silence and remove personal confusion. In other instances, it is necessary to actually go on a vision quest. The card tells you that the course of your life needs to be clarified through vision. It is now time to ask for assistance from the allies and or ancestors so that your choices will be reinforced with their wisdom and assistance. Seeking your personal answers is the keynote. Trusting those feelings and following them with action is the way to find the truth. To accomplish this, you must release confusion and doubt, then proceed by allowing your truth to emerge. Remember, in seeking, you are asking for answers. Be willing to accept and recognize the truth when it comes to you. Recognition and acceptance always precede inner knowing. So my inner knowing told me I needed to do these cards again today in order to continue growing in my spiritual life and continue manifesting what I want on the sacred path and being true to myself, because this is something that I want to do in order to better my life. So I am seeking and finding a better way to live my life through doing these cards, through self-nurturing and self-love, and remembering myself throughout the day when, other people's needs can kind of, as much as I love helping others, I can get lost in their needs and forget my own. So this is a good reminder that I need to send my roots deep within Mother Earth and ask for the answers and then be prepared to hear them, because if I seek, I will find. And I have been on a vision quest. So I'm grateful for that acknowledgement and to help remember myself along this journey, while being kind and nurturing to others. So the second card is the stock card, which expresses the attitude needed to walk in beauty and balance. The stock card can also denote the lesson you need to learn so you can be a bridge between the path of understanding and the crooked trail. This human bridge is the peacemaker, true witness, or healer. You may be called upon to take one of these roles at any time. The courage, talent, and or ability needed to be a human bridge is supported by the stock card. And it's Coral, 13, nurturing, which is so funny because I just got done saying self-nurturing. I've always been good at nurturing others and failed at nurturing myself. And I have to find balance between nurturing others and nurturing myself. And so that's what I'm learning on this lesson these days. So 13, this is the stock card. Courage, talent, and ability needed to be a human bridge. Nurturing. I have to nurture me first, and then I can go out and nurture other people. Today I didn't get to nurture myself the way that I would have liked to. Because sometimes things come up unexpected and I'm not able to start my day the way I would like to. So just had to go with the flow today and realize that I'm nurturing myself now and nurtured other people, but now it's my turn. Red coral, please remind me of the blood of all my kin. Each of us has feelings that reflect the joy within. May I nurture my own needs, then learn to share in turn the love that is my essence, the heart that in me burns. Coral is often used in Native American silver jewelry along with turquoise. Coral is from the seas of Mother Earth and is a symbol of blood, the blood of our planet. As we have blood in our bodies, the waters of Mother Earth are considered to be her blood. Native Americans see the Earth Mother as a living being with consciousness and free will of her own. She is the true mother of all living things. In the womb of woman, all humans are nurtured in watery warmth until they are delivered through birth. So it was that Earth Mother birthed life forms from her watery nursery of creation. Since the coral used by Native Americans is red that comes from seawater, it is used as a symbol of our birth and our connection to the mother of all things. Every life form is sustained through its connection to the Earth Mother and all of our relations. If the coral card has appeared in your cards today, you are being asked to look at the idea of nurturing. It may be time to nurture yourself or another. If you refuse to be nurtured, it may be time to drop the superhuman attitude before you get sick. Coral tells us that our bodies have needs too. Pay attention and be good to your body. Coral also speaks of the planetary family. If you feel lonely or alone, it may be time to have a reunion with the other creatures that share the earth with you. Listen to all other relations and cut the "I'm the only one" refrain out of your thoughts. Coral always tells us to listen to our feelings. If you have been ignoring how you feel around certain people or how your body feels, Coral is insisting that you reconnect to those feelings. Remember, to feel is to heal. So I'm remembering that I have feelings and that I have to take time for myself. To walk in beauty is to walk gently with a twinkle in the eye and loving thoughts in the body, mind, and spirit, and a smile in the heart. Coral also speaks of this message as the original intent of the mother of all things. Coral is a very special teacher who allows us to connect to our feelings. The planetary family, the water nursery of creation, Coral helps us to listen with open hearts and to understand that to feel is to heal. So I'm allowing myself to feel and to heal by allowing self-nurturing and by being around nurturing people, while putting up boundaries and knowing when to say, no, I need to take time for myself, and that's okay. I deserve that time for myself. I deserve to take this time for myself, for my vision quest, in seeking and finding what truly makes me happy, and allowing myself to be nurtured by myself, by a great mystery. Because ultimately, if I don't nurture myself, nobody else is going to really do that. I'm not going to draw nurturing people into my life if I'm not nurturing me. So I have to be nurturing myself in order to bring nurturing people into my life. So I'm grateful to have that knowledge and know that that's what I have to do in order to find people in my life that will do the same for me when I need that most. So for the third card is the Kernel card, which tells you what the fruits of your labor will provide for you. The lesson of this card should be fully digested so that the ear of corn can give energy to the body, mind, and spirit and support your present path. Kernels of corn represent the seeds for the future native people. These kernels also provide food for the present. Through learning present lessons, the future will be assured. So I know I'm going through a death and rebirth. The shaman's death and rebirth, 41. So in order to grow the way that I want to grow, there has to be the death of the old me. All the old ways that I used to think, behave, and all the ways that I used to have relationships, all those old ways need to die in order for me to become the person that Great Mystery has intended for me to be. Grandfather, I do ask for death for the parts of me that will not hear or speak the truth, which are too blind to see. Grandmother, give me birth again, with love as my guide, truth and beauty as my path, with nothing left to hide. The teachings of shaman's death have many varied forms in ceremonies of Native America, and the idea of death as a means to experiencing new life is a common belief. Since all life is seen as movement on the medicine wheel, nothing is really ending without also having a new beginning. The wheel of life contains many spokes that mark the life lessons and steps that every living creature will have to experience on the trail of physical life. These steps are called the Good Red Road and represent the spiritual flow of life that comes to all humans from Great Mystery. Native Americans have been taught that judging the steps of another person must take in order to grow is foolish and unproductive. The shadow side of self, which inhibits growth, is constantly forced to die. These deaths occur on a daily basis, whether they are fears, or doubts, or bad habits, or negative thoughts, or self-importance. These deaths mark spiritual progress and speak of the ability of humankind to walk in beauty. Every death of a part of the shadow announces the birth of a new talent or gift contained in the self. Each victory over a part of the self that does not walk in beauty is a rebirth in itself. Every time a person reaches a crossroads and a decision must be made, that change in attitude marks the death of old habits and the birth of new. A shaman is a person who is willing to confront the greatest fears and shadows of physical life. In choosing the Shaman's Death card, you are being put on notice that a death cycle or ending is in progress, and I know that. Before the rebirth can occur, the habit, attitude, relationship, or part of self that is dying must be looked at. Assist the process by consciously allowing the old habit or the old to be removed. Let go and then make way for the new cycle of life to take hold. Remember that you are creating fertile ground for new adventures. When you are willing to let go of old identities and you let old identities die, the rebirth cycle is always full of promise and growth when you allow the old patterns to die with dignity. So that's what I'm trying to do today. Allow myself, allow my old patterns to die with dignity. Because a lot of times in my past, I had to go through a lot of pain in order to allow the old parts of me to die. And that's just the hard truth. And I'm ready for the new parts of me to grow. And in order for those new parts of me to grow, I have to leave the old behind. The things that no longer serve me, the things that no longer work for me, the old ideas, the old relationships, the things that no longer serve my greater good. I have to let them go rather than clinging to them. Otherwise, I'll never be able to have fertile ground to grow what Great Mystery is trying to grow in my life and within me. So that's my present lesson, and that provides food for my future. If I allowed my old self to die, then my future will be assured, and I know that. So that's what I'm trying to do. I'm allowing the old me to die, the old thought pattern, the old everything that I used to do that I thought worked for me that no longer does. A lot of pain forced me to look at things in a different way and stick up for myself and realize that I don't want those parts in me anymore. And I asked Great Mystery to remove those. And I'm grateful for those lessons, even though they were severely painful. It's what it took in order for me to get to this point in my life. So, and I have wisdom from that now. The fourth card is the Corn Manna card, which denotes how your corn silk is catching sacred corn pollen and bringing abundance to your life. If you are feeling the fear or scarcity, the Corn Manna card will present the lesson that you need to learn to realign with the field of plenty. If your life and personal philosophy are growing corn, this card shows how to continue growing. I do feel like my life is growing corn and that I am catching sacred corn pollen. And this is the card that I drew, 11, North Shield, the white buffalo, wisdom and gratitude. As hard as those life experiences were that I went through, I'm grateful to be on the other side of them now, and pray to Great Mystery and Great Spirit that I don't fall back into those old negative patterns, because I don't need any more pain. I've already put myself through enough and allowed others to put me through pain as well. I take responsibility for putting myself in those situations. I realize it wasn't all them and it wasn't all me. It was a 50-50, contribution of, pain. And, nobody got out pain-free. So I have to accept the part that I played in those patterns and roles in my past. And, know that today is a new day and be grateful for what I've learned, even in the hardest parts of my life. But not let those hard things I went through define who I am. Those were things that happened to me, and they were happening for my greater good to push me in the direction I needed to go. North Shield, sacred place of the elders, in gratitude I sing your praise. Sacred buffalo, white as driven snow, hold my heart until the end of my days. As I was entering the silence one winter's eve, many years ago, I was taken into the dream time and whisked away into the ancient forest filled with newborn snow. The bare trunks of the birch and aspen were stark against the emerald green of the peace trees, the pines, the giant flakes of crystalline snow were falling around me, and I came to the edge of the forest. Below me was a vast meadow, deeply drifted in blue-white powder, where not one blade of grass could peek above the blanket of snow. As I approached, I noticed the steam was rising like a pipe from smoke of buffalo's nostrils. Her giant brown eyes held me as we joined minds. The sacred buffalo of the dream time had me sit cross-legged in the snow at her feet and feel the warmth of her breath, and so that I would not be cold. In a flash of lightning, her hooves turned white, and I raised my eyes to see all the color drain upward out of her body. Her eyes turned the color of summer sky, a cornflower blue. Her horns became silvery white, and she spoke my name. Midnight song, follow my horns skyward to the council of the elders for teaching of the North Shield, she commanded. There you will be given 3 trails that lead to wisdom, and you will know the lessons of the sacred white buffalo. Some type of wisdom is coming your way if you have chosen the North Shield card. You are now being asked to show gratitude for these new understandings in order to continue the growth process. Wisdom is one way in which you can experience the natural order of the universe and how it applies in your life. Wisdom is an inner knowing that cannot be traded, sold, or stolen from you. Knowing is the truth. Knowing is truth and has been experienced in your life. The North Shield tells you that you have learned a lesson and derived from it a sense of self that will serve you for the rest of your life. And I know that. The successful completion of this lesson should be marked by prayers and thanksgiving or acknowledgement and gratitude. And I do give I give much acknowledgement and gratitude and thanksgiving for making it through those difficult times that I've been through. Because I wouldn't be here today. And I'm grateful for that. In so doing, you will have completed the circle of the sacred hoop and honored the source of that truth. Remember that the gift of wisdom is in the heart of the recipient and remains alive as long as it is honored as a blessing. And I feel really blessed today to have the wisdom that I have, because a lot of the lessons that I learned were not easy. And it took a lot of drawing upon great mystery and great spirit, and a lot of inner strength, and going on that vision quest, seeking, nurturing myself, and the death of my old self in order to have that wisdom and gratitude. And that's what I got out of that reading today. And I'm grateful to have that wisdom and gratitude today and to be able to share it with all of you. And I hope that you can find the reading somewhat helpful. So tune in again. Please like, subscribe, and share. Mother Lover out. Peace.